Thank you for visiting our channel. Today I came out to review and also quick unbox this awesome looking smartwatch. This is called Tank G-2 and it is a GPS smartwatch. It is from a company called Rogbid. These guys are always bringing one of the best watches in very reasonable prices. So this watch not only going to check your health 24/7, and on top of that it also going to have your sleep measurement and more. This is really good for sports because it has a little section for it, and the battery lasts up to 14 days. I do not want to forget, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, click the subscribe button. Make sure you share this with your friends and family. Make sure you click the notification icon, select all in order to get notified once we have a new video out. On top of that, if you have a question, drop them at the bottom of the video. We love to help you out ASAP. And don't forget to click the like button. It really motivates us to make these type of videos quickly with a little more detail every time. And here are all the components that are part of the box. It comes with this manual. Now this manual is very big. As you can see, there's a lot of pages in there. And it indicates to you how you can use it, what each part means, how you will be able to put the band on, how much it has to be to back. As you can see, the top part is in English, the bottom part is in a different language. But if you go next, it has a lot of information, and that's how it is. So there is a lot of pages that will tell you everything about it, except that at the back you have some requirements and where it's made. It does come with a little charging wire. Now it is USB 3, you can see that. And then going to the little prong, which will be connecting at the back of your watch itself. And this one has two little parts to charge it. These two round ones are the magnet that will click at the back of it. And we will show you that in a couple of seconds. Now the band that comes with it is pretty nice. It is not like the other ones before that they have made with these watches, which was really unique, and only ones that you would be able to fit will be sold by them. So let me just show you. Now just to show you guys the difference between the old one and this one is that this is universal. Rather than the old one, you can see the difference of how big it was, and it was not being able to use the other bands. These are really cool, so I know that how it's been created. Let's just take it out, and you can see that it is rubber. It's really nicely done, by the way, and this part is also really nice. It's not something that will burn your hands. Some of these bands that we have seen, even the one I'm wearing, is again, it's a Rogbid. It's really cool, able to recharge every 2 weeks, but every other day I am placing it back in charge to have that 100%. But here you go. So this way you can wear it at night when you're going to sleep. Just make sure that once we get there, we will show you how you're going to put it on and where it's supposed to be and not really tight in order to make everything work. But we will explain that to you in a couple of seconds. And then comes the actual watch itself. I really like how they have designed this, how it really looks. Now we do have the older version of this. So this is the new one, which is called Tank 2. And this is the old one. I really like how both of them are designed, but you can see the differences on how the actual watch really looks even in the back. This is one of my favorite watches, by the way. I still want to wear this, but this is my new one. So this is the one that I'm going to start playing with and wearing in order to make it work. So let's just go through and take a look at exactly what is involved in this. So number one is the little sticker on the top. We will take that off. Very satisfying when you're taking it off. And going around, you can see there is a little plastic in the back too that you can take off. Always remember to take it off, except that your measurement will not work properly. So there you go. And that's the back part of it. Now going to the front part, you can see that I already put some smudges on the screen, but it has really nice, it says GPS right on the top. Then you do have the protection. Going on one side of it, you have the little roller that you can roll, and that way you can go from one screen to another. And also you can select. You can see that it just turned on, and then you can tap on the screen to select, or you can just click on the screen over here. There is another button right in the bottom, so you can select that, and this way you can go next. And there you go. Now it's changed, so it says welcome, and we have to set this up. So we will be set up in a couple of minutes. Select it and download the app and show you what is involved. Let's go through. So there's the charging port that you can connect to charge it, and the sensors, and there's the mic, as you can see. All right, so let's hook up the band to this. To hook up the band, we will take this off. Now you have to know which part is the top and which part is the bottom. So always remember that this button is on the top. So in order for you to connect it, this longer part will go on the bottom. So in order to do that, just flip, and then you have to go inside like that, and then you have to bring this little notch, this little part inside, you gotta bring it down, and it connects. As easy as that. Same thing on the other side. So if you put it wrong or you put it upside down, this is how you will be able to fix. It's just you have to go inside and then put it through. So this way there's enough leverage. We got to bring it to this part. Now we have to hold it and then bring it in, and done. Simple. Now in order to charge this, make sure that you have your charger handy, and then you see that it doesn't really happen, but if you have to flip it and then you want to select, it automatically just connects. And now when you look in the front, it should be telling you that it is charging. There you go. You see that it is charging, but you also have the time, which is really cool. So if you want to leave your watch like this while it's charging, yes you can, and it will work for you and it will get charged. Let's get this watch connected to this phone. In order to process, as soon as you turn it on, it says English, or you can switch it to another language by just going over here and switching it, and you will be able to select different languages. I will leave it on English. On the screen you have to tap next. You will see this part. It will tell you what the name is, and then you can swipe, and you have to get this app itself. In order to get it, you can either go to Google Play Store, or we can go to the camera and we can scan it. And as soon as you scan it, will give you the list. Select it, wait for it, and then it will tell you to get this. So we can go directly to Google Play Store and select. Now we will wait for this app to be installed on the phone, and then we will go next. Alright, so there are some benefits, or should I say really good stuff about this app itself, is once you install it, you do not have to really quickly make an account. You can use it as guest, as it shows right over here, and then you can select and you can connect it to your phone. In order to process that, you can see that over here. You can just select the plus sign, and now it's searching for the watch, and it found it right away. And I'm just going to say to select. It will take a couple of seconds for it to submit. There you go. Now you have to set up your watch. It will give you a number in the front. You have to enter this part, and now it is going to be paired. So you can click next, and now you have to select your age and everything there. Yes, when it comes to pair, you have to say pair, and now it is set up. So you can see that. So you have to select all of these parts, like what gender you are, or you want to say other. You can go to your age. It depends what your age is. So you have to select it. What your height is, how much you weigh. So you do have kilogram, pounds, or say stones. So whichever you're going to use is the one that you have to select. So once these parts are done, you can click next. And there you go. Now you have to say next. And yes, you want to sync the notifications. You can do that. You can turn it on or off. You can also do the same thing for your Bluetooth calling. So you can turn it on and off so that we can pick it up with your phone. And I'm going to leave this off, also this one, so that way the battery lasts a lot longer. If you want to leave it on, yes you can. Also remove usage notification for the app. You can leave it off if you like and click next. So the next step will be how much steps and also activity you would like to select. So I would leave this as default for now. And also if you want to set this up as 24 hours, or you can leave it off, so that way it's only showing 12 hours. First date is going to be Monday, so I'll leave that as default and click next. So everything is there, and I am under Celsius. You can change it to Fahrenheit if you are living in the United States, and also the rest is going to be the same. So I'm going to leave that there, and then you can say next, connected to Google Fit. I'm going to say later, and also you can select this. You can set it up with Alexa, so it will listen. I will say later. And also FaceTime Gallery, I'm just going to say later for the now, for the meantime. But here's the main part. Yes, you are connected. You can select. And this is the main face, as you can see it right now, is going to be matching, which is really cool. So there are face galleries that you can go through, and you can select more. And there is lots of face plates that you can select, which makes sense. Again, this is really cool. So it always reminds us of the older watch that we have from the same company. So you can select certain ones that you wish. Some of them actually shows you your steps, and more is going to be around over here. So you can select, but there are tons of faceplates that is available for this, which is making sense of how you will be able to process. And these are the ones that is already installed, so you can switch and go through. So there's a firmware upgrade and you can select it, and if there is one available, it will be coming up very soon, and then it will be synced via Bluetooth connection, which is happening right now, up to date. So check both sides, and then we can click next. So there's a lot of things inside of it that you can play with, which is really cool. Now, saying that, let's go down a little bit to see if there's anything else. So here's all the steps that you need, what it will process, and then going down has more. So you can go to preferences and there's more information in there that you can play with. So let's just get out of that too. When you go to the main screen, these are the ones that is going to show up. So I haven't tested anything yet. So we will test and then we're going to capture more. But the best part is that you can go as guest using this. And there are really cool faceplates, so we can switch it. And there you go. We can say add this one. And now let's see when it switches to that. Then we're going to take it from the phone itself. And there go installing the face watch, which is really cool. So there is 7080. So it's really fast. And there you go. Now it's loaded and it says that it hasn't been installed. I really like how this really looks. And once you go to it, this is how everything is. So here's the watch itself. Let's go through to some functions. So if we turn it on, make sure you can see it. Now in the bottom, when you select, it will show you most of the stuff that you want to process, something like you want to swim or you want to run. Everything is going to be here. If you want to cycle, all going to be here so you can process it. And there is a menu that you can select too, so you can see more activities, and this way you can play with it. But that's not the only thing. So if you have to press this part to go back to the main screen, yes, we change it. So if you hold it for a couple of seconds, you will be able to switch from one screen to another. Now we're going to leave it on the default one that came with, so because it has a lot of things inside of it, and that's what we really enjoy. This part is not a button, and same on these sides, it's not a button. So we just have two buttons, which is going to be this one and then the bottom. So if you have to go to the main one and you want to roll, you can see that it really rolls through the app itself. So it's not going to change your screen like some of the other watches. They is really cool to process, and just go next. And then if you want to scroll from the bottom to the top, you will get some settings. So you can see the battery percentage, which is on the top. And then you do have some other parts in the bottom. So something like when you want to wake it up, if you have to turn this on. So if it is totally off and you want to bring it up, it should come on. There you go. So that's really cool to process. And then you also have this, so you can use it as flashlight anywhere you go, and you have to press this to go back, and this way it turns off. And also your light, so you can tap it a few times, so this way it gets brighter and brighter. The more brighter that you process and make this, the faster it will eat your battery. So it's always recommended to leave it about half or a little bit lower, because whatever you can see, it would be perfect, and that way it will last you longer. And this way you can hold down crown. It looks like it's totally locked right now. That means is that's how it will work. You can see there's a little blue on the top, which is right over here. So we're trying to get rid of that, and there you go. So it says to press and hold the crown, and that way it is unlocked. So it will check to see if there is any water, and it will kick the water out. And that's how easy it is to process that part. And then also the sound. The sound will be on or off. Very easily you can process it, but there's nothing else that you can do. So we will just leave this. We will go from the top to bottom. All the notifications will show up, and that's about it from there. If we go from the right to the left, yes, you can see how much steps you have taken. Also your heartbeat or heart monitor right now is going to blink because it is trying to check our heartbeat. So we will wear this for a day, and then we're going to tell you exactly how good this was and how we will process. So if we go from the left side to the right, then you will see your notification, and this way you will be able to play your songs on your phone, and it will easily you will play. If it is in your pocket, then you will play it through this, so you do not have to take the full phone out in order to process that. And you can see that there is some other parts that you can add to this. Here you go. This is for your cycling, and this button will help you out to process that too. But I really like how this has been processed. These are all the apps how it is. You can go to settings and you can change more and looking inside of it. So we will just press that. So that's how it has been done. Press it once, press it again, goes to all apps. very easily you will be able to go through and play with it. So a lot of things are inside of it. I really like how this has been set up and how this has been processed using this watch. So this is going to be our next awesome watch that we're going to wear and play with. So the part in the actual manual was indicating when you're putting it on, you have to put 2 fingers from right there from your palm, and then this way you can wear it and make sure that there is a little leverage like this in your hand, so this way it will be sitting in your hand properly, on your hand properly, and this way it's not going to wiggle. But once you go to the front, you can see that I left that on, so when I move my hand it will come on. So if you want to go to sleep and you need to turn that off, yes you can. You just have to go to the actual screen and then you just go back. So bring it up and then turn this off, and now when you do this, it's not going to awake itself, so that way at night if you want a totally pitch dark, it's not going to come on. So this is a really cool thing to have. I really like this watch. All the links will be available at the bottom of the video, except that this was our take. I hope you guys like our video. If you do like it, click the like button, subscribe button on the top, comment in the bottom. Always remember to visit our own website, which is xctex.info. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and other social networking places, and thank you.